Hey guys, Nicholas here, back to another video, and welcome back to some more of my underrated film review list. And so, since there's nothing that has been going around recently, nothing playing in theaters as of right now, as the time of this recording, other than Uncharted, but we'll get to that when we get to there. I decided to go back and catch up on some underrated film reviews I really wanted to talk about, and today I wanted to talk about something very special. So, you all remember Cameron Diaz, right? Back before she retired from acting. Anyway, I loved her movies, from films like The Mask, My Best Friend's Wedding, Charlie's Angels, and There's Something About Mary, so much, etc. At the same time, like a few actors and actresses, she's also made a bunch of stinkers as well. I also really like the underrated film that she was in, The Other Woman, which I already did a review about. But there's this other underrated film that I really wanted to talk about, and it's also by far a really good underrated film. And to call this movie, it's called What Happens in Las Vegas. If you don't know the plot or the story, then let's get into it, although I'm not going to spoil anything. It's basically about two people, Joy, played by Cameron Diaz, and this guy, played by Ashton Kutcher, as both are in the downfall of their lives. Joy gets rejected by her fiancé and was kicked out of her fiancé's apartment. Ashton Kutcher's character's name Jack, was fired from his father's workshop company, and he and his friend decided to go to Vegas and get wasted until one day they meet with a couple of friends. Joy, played by Cameron Diaz, and her friend, played by Belle. One night they got drunk and accidentally ended up getting married, and Jack wins the prize money from a Vegas machine and they also have to go through court to get the money until they figure out about who owns the money. They have to work out with their marriage problems and went to a marriage counselor. Meanwhile, things are changing for them. I remember watching this movie out of curiosity. I remember picking up the movie on DVD, and I put it in and play it, and I felt enjoyed with this movie. And then rewatching it again after my years of high school, rewatching it again a while back, still is amazing to this day. Still is pretty good, despite that the story is a little predictable. I really love about how awesome that this goes through with the characters, despite the comedic moments that could be a little overdraft, and while the story is predictable, it does make you feel like you care for these characters so much. It does make you feel like you care for these characters so much, and that you are hoping that they will stay together, despite that the whole thing. And and even though that they seem more like that Tom and Jerry cat and mouse dynamic enemies type thing, if I'm saying that right, and enemy type style thing, they still get a laugh out of me. I laugh a lot with all the funny jokes in this, also with some really cool moments I really like with Jack and Joy. I mean, they did Cameron Diaz and Ashton Kutcher did a really amazing job acting these characters, and you can tell that they're doing their awesome job on bringing their performance to the awesome screen. Or this movie overall is so underrated, and I've never heard anyone talking about this movie too much. And watching this movie out of curiosity, I really enjoyed it overall. I mean, the characters are really likable. The story was amazing, despite that it was predictable. Well, not amazing. The story is pretty good, while not amazing. On the surface, it may be just your typical rom-com film, but it does a really great job developing more on the characters to that, and with some awesome funny jokes. Also, I love the supporting cast, despite that they're just there just to make a few cringy, sometimes a little cringy, but yet funny jokes. They're really supportive in some unique way. I like that guy. I don't remember the guy's name. Jack's friend, and I also like I also like Joy's friend, Lake Bell, who does a really amazing job on playing the sarcastic and funny type friend, and she did a really amazing job for her, and also being very supportive to Joy, and later also being very supportive to Jack throughout the end. And yeah, especially at that ending after when we get to see Jack and Joy getting remarried and they were making out drunk. Pretty amazing. And yeah, the other supporting characters I really like is Jack's younger sister, who helps build both Jack and Joy, their relationship, and it was pretty awesome. And the counseling therapy sessions and everything else is pretty great. Set locations are pretty good, from Vegas to Carly's ex-fiance's apartment, Jack's apartment, the counseling office, etc. It does even start off a little bit of being your typical rom-com and all that, etc. But when you're going through the middle, or like in the half of the movie, you get to feel some emotions with the characters, and you do feel like that you were there on their journey of becoming a couple, and it does a really awesome job at it, caring for these characters. And I also really like the fact about how they argue just like any other regular couple would, but at the end of the day, they do care for each other, and they do grow up as characters. That's what I really like. They grow up as characters. I don't think I've ever seen this in any other type of rom-com films I probably tried to see, nor any other type of film that I've seen before, that much, with some awful comedic films and all that, etc. But they did a really awesome job with the comedic moments. Awesome, definitely did a really amazing job. Great acting, great performances, and great set locations, great writing. Although the writing does feel a little flawed in that it should have gotten a little bit of more rewrites, and yeah, so on and so forth. But overall, the story is pretty good. While not amazing, not great, not perfect, still is pretty good. And even though that the story can be predictable, it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see them growing as characters, and it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see how it would go, and so on and so forth. And yeah, this is a movie I would definitely recommend. I give What Happens in Vegas 5 stars and a stream it recommendation. Like, stream it on IMDb TV, or stream it somewhere like on Peacock or Hulu, anywhere. So that's the movie. What you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please consider to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I will post more updates on some filmmaking stuff, and post more updates on other stuff outside of filmmaking, such as new upcoming videos or cosplays, everything like that, etc. And I hope you guys all enjoy this video. Peace out. See you later.